A very good morning, class. We are in the chapter number 1, the productive mechanism, where we have been dealing with the factors of production. Different factors of production we have dealt with. We have come across the land, we have come across the labor now. Okay. And in last video we talked about the concept of capital formation. What do you mean by capital formation and what are the stages of capital formation? What are the various processes that a capital formation goes on? There are 3 stages that we talked about. The first was creation of savings, the second was mobilization of savings, and the third was investment of savings. We saw that how difficult it is in our country, basically in India, to accumulate the capital, to arrange the capital, because there are many reasons for it. So those reasons we are going to look at today. What are the basic reasons why in India capital formation is a difficult task, is a tedious task. So the topic of the day is causes of low rate of capital formation. What are the causes of, what are the reasons for low rate of capital formation in India? The very first point, it says low savings. In India, the people have low savings. The first point is low savings. Here the people do not have the tendency to save. The reasons could be they do not have the financial knowledge, they do not have the financial literacy or they are not very much aware about their future skills or their future work. That is why they do not save. The other reason could be that the income level of the population is very low. That is why they fail to save a part of it. Means their expenditures are so high that they fail to save a part of it. The second is habits of hoarding. Habits of hoarding. Habits of hoarding. Now, hoarding means that you are stopping the circulation. Okay, you are stocking somewhere. You are putting in a stock somewhere. Maybe at your home or maybe somewhere wherein there is no movement after that. Okay, like for example, there was a demonetization in the year 2016. Why was demonetization done? To bring out the monies which were hoarded by the people who were very rich or the people who had ample money. They hoarded those 500 or 1000 notes in their homes or in their areas. They did not let the movement go in. So the government had to come up with a step that they brought a demonetization step wherein they turned out all the big currencies notes, that is 500 and 1000 notes, as invalid one. So if the population wanted to exchange with the real currency note, they had to bring those notes to the bank. Okay, so that was a movement wherein the circulation was being started by the government side. So here the people have the habits of hoarding. Now habits of hoarding means that they stock the money in their home. They do not know the values of money or they do not understand the principle of compounding. Okay, money can only be increased when it is invested. It says money multiplies. Okay, money has to be multiplied. That multiplication could be in the form of compound interest. So people do not understand, rather their financial illiteracy somewhere puts a boundary in their knowledge, somewhere puts a boundary in their extension, wherein they cannot go out and spend it, they don't go out and invest, or they don't invest in the share markets, financial funds or financial products, but rather they stock it and their home only. That is what called as habits of hoarding. Now, when the moment they develop the habit of hoarding, it blocks the circulation of money. It blocks the formation of money. And that is why in India there is a low rate of capital formation in our country. This is one of the basic reasons. The third is inflation. The third basic reason is inflation. Now, what does the word inflation means? For a layman, inflation means a general rise in the price. A general rise in the price. Whenever the price of something rises, in a layman's term, we term it as inflation has touched the market. We say that inflation has touched the market. but in real sense, in a practical sense, or in economic sense, it is much bigger than this. Inflation means rise in the prices of goods and services for a longer period of time. When the increase in the price remains for a longer period of time, that is considered to be inflation. So inflation could be another factor why there is low rate of capital formation. Why? How? Because whenever the prices rise, people have to spend a lot. The moment they spend a lot, their savings decrease. And the moment the saving decrease, there is low rates of capital formation. Okay, so inflation could be one of the key points where, due to which there is a less of capital formation in our country. Next is lack of infrastructure. Lack of infrastructure. Lack of infrastructure means here we do not have a sound technology, sound infrastructure, sound methods through which the investment could be made on an easy basis and people could increase their money. There is no particular background. A lot of documentation, a lot of work, a lot of legal ways we have to go through. If we want to go to a bank and deposit our fund, there are many processes that we have to come across. So those things sometimes put a hurdles, sometimes creates a barriers. That is why people do not go to the organized channels and rather they choose unorganized methods to double their money or to increase their money. So that is sometimes a problem for the people or for the population. Next is lack of able and skilled entrepreneur. Lack of able and skilled entrepreneur. Lack of able and skilled entrepreneur. Fifth point is saying there is lack of able and skilled entrepreneur. We do not produce the able and skilled entrepreneur in our country. Rather, the people who come out as an entrepreneur, they lack some basic qualities, some basic essential qualities that an entrepreneur must have. He must have a sound knowledge of the production. He must have a sound knowledge of the work that is associated. He must have a practical experience of the work that he is being a leader now. He must have a leadership quality. He must be a futuristic, who must have a future vision through which he can see that if there is any changes in the market policy, in the government policy, in the production scale, in the taste and preference of the consumers. So all these calculations are to be done by the entrepreneur, and those calculations can only take place when he is experienced one, he is an able one. So sometimes lack of infrastructure, lack of able and skilled entrepreneur again turns out to be the causes for the scarcity of capital formation or causes for the low rate of capital formation. Next, an important point is lack of banking facility. Lack of banking facility. I'll put the point over here. Lack of banking facility. Now, lack of banking facility means that the bank has not reached to the remotest area of the country. The bank has not made its way even to the remotest area of the country. That is why people find it very difficult to reach to the organized sector. And at last, in the end, they choose unorganized methods, wherein they go for the nidhis or wherein they go for the non-banking financial companies and they invest their hard-earned money, and after that they are looted or they are bluffed. So that is what happens. Means the people, if they have the ability to save, if they have the desire to save, and they are looking for an opportunity to save, they don't get it. That is due to the lack of banking channel or lack of banking facility in a particular area or in a particular state, you can say. That is why the people do not develop the habit of saving. Okay, on a regular basis, if they go to the bank, if they visit the bank and they save on, the habits will be developed. So that is what the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, the key bank of the country or the prime bank of the country, is aiming at. That every individual should have some financial knowledge. They must be aware about the financial knowledge about the financial products and how they can multiply their money. Those concepts or those things are to be inculcated in their mind, so that they can become a good individual, caretaking individual who can cooperate and contribute in the economic development. So that is why the economics or the concepts of economics have become an important aspect of learning today, and it is being included in every boards, be it a CBSE, ICC or state boards. It has to be included, it has been included now, and the target or the main goal of the government is to make the individual a good entrepreneur. So class, I'll put a stop over here. Next class we shall see the suggestions, how can we improve the capital formation. Thank you.